Welcome to our Wednesday Creative Living series. We are delighted to have you join us this evening as we go on this journey of reflection, exploration, and renewal. That's one of the things we always gather to hear, to learn and renew ourselves. Tonight's lesson, The Air I Breathe, will center on something so natural and constant that we often overlook its extraordinary significance. That's our breath, because it's something we do often. We tend to forget its importance. The air we breathe is more than just a physical necessity. It's a profound and sacred symbol of life. It's very integral to our sustenance. The air we breathe sustains our body, enabling every heartbeat, every thought, and every action. Yet its significance extends far beyond its physical function. We want to see air as a bridge. Air is a bridge between our outer and inner walls. It's an invisible thread connecting the seen with the unseen, the material with the spiritual, and with our thoughts and with our emotions. The air is also a conduit that unites our physical reality, the ones we can see, with the deeper unseen dimensions of our existence. So as we breathe, we participate in an exchange that transcends the physical. We draw a life-giving energy and release what no longer serves us. This continuous flow mirrors the interconnectedness of all aspects of our being, where the outer world reflects our inner state. So every breath we take affirms our existence, a silent acknowledgement of the life force flowing through us, through you. It reminds us that life is not something we must earn or fight for. It's freely given, just like the air around us. We want to begin to appreciate the things that we take for granted. Tony Robbins says, life is a gift, and it offers us the privilege, opportunity, and responsibility to give something back by becoming more. And that's why we always talk about affirmations. We want to affirm that this year we'll be becoming more of every good thing that we desire as we practice this truth. The same air that fills our lungs has been shared by every living being throughout time, connecting us to one another and to all creation. So this air is a profound symbol of the unity and interdependence of life. We want to appreciate and understand the simple things of life. Air also serves as a metaphor for balance and flow. It is ever present, yet impermanent, constantly renewing itself. In this way, it teaches us to let go of what no longer serves us and embrace the fresh possibilities that each new moment brings. So just as we inhale to receive and exhale to release, life invites us to trust in its rhythm. It's natural. We're born, and as we are born, we breathe. We breathe in and we breathe out. So we want to learn from this life occurrences. So as we inhale, we always talk about we inhale life, we inhale everything good, and exhale to release. And when we do this, we get into an arrangement to give and to receive, to let go and make space for the new, to flow with grace rather than resist. We want to pick the simple lessons from this simple activity of life. The air we breathe symbolizes the boundless energy of creation. It moves freely, unhindered by walls, barriers, and boundaries. That's the air. Whether as a soft breeze or a mighty wind, it carries messages of transformation and renewal. Remember, we're talking about the air that we breathe. It reflects the dynamic, ever-changing nature of life, reminding us that nothing is static and that change is not only inevitable, but also essential for growth. When air moves as a soft breeze, it carries with it a gentle message of subtle transformation. Its whispers of small shifts bring renewal, like the quiet moments of reflection, the gradual healing of old wounds, or the delicate nudges that guide us towards new opportunities. The gentle breezes that we feel. A breeze may cool us on a hot day. It will clear away stagnant air or gently stir leaves, signaling the arrival of something new. The gentle winds mirror the subtle ways life encourages us to grow and change, often without drama or force, but with quiet consistency. In contrast, there's a mighty wind speaks to a more dramatic and powerful transformation. It represents those moments when life shakes us out of complacency, forcing us to release what no longer serves us and embrace something new. We talk about the quiet breeze and the forceful one. Winds of this nature are often disruptive, but their purpose is clear. We might not understand it in the moment, but the purpose is clear. They sweep away the old, clearing the path for renewal and fresh beginnings. A strong wind can topple structures that were weak or outdated, much like life's challenges can dismantle limiting beliefs or stagnant circumstances, pushing us to rebuild with greater strength and clarity. Again, both types of wind, both types of air carry a message of renewal. One through gentle persistence, the other through bold action. We may have experienced such things in our lives. When situations come, in gentle whispers trying to catch our attention, through our intuition, through things that happen around us. Sometimes when we are blind to those promptings, it comes with something very dramatic, drastic. But the essence is clear. They are all orchestrations by the divine to direct us, to bring us to an enlarged place. Here are a few reflective questions to inspire introspection. We'll also put these questions in the chat room. Can you recall a time when subtle changes in your life, like a quiet realization or a small decision, led to something meaningful, like a growth or transformation? subtle. You probably sometimes don't recognize it. What gentle breezes in your life right now might be nudging you forward to something new or inviting you to reflect and grow? What gentle breezes in your life right now might be nudging you towards something new? And that's why we often talk about that, creating that quiet time to go within. Because in quietness is our confidence. When we quiet ourselves, we receive, we hear, there's clarity. Again, have you experienced a dramatic shift or challenge in life that pushed you to release old patterns or beliefs? What clarity or strength emerged from that experience? Again, most times when these things happen, of course, it may be painful. We may lose some things. But if we from this teaching understand that this is the universe working for our own good, because God's Spirit knows the long picture of our life and is always orchestrating situations to work for our own good. How do you find the courage to rebuild or move forward when faced with disruptive changes? Again, in your journey, how do you recognize the messages of transformation and renewal that life sends your way, whether subtle or bold? How do you recognize the messages, the promptings of transformation and renewal that life sends your way, whether in a very subtle way or in a very bold or dramatic way? Because they are always happening. How can you remain open to these messages even when they feel uncomfortable or uncertain? Again, reflect on a time when life seemed to clear away something you thought you needed, only to realize it made space for something better, something greater. What did you learn from that experience? Again, how do you distinguish between resisting change and embracing the winds of renewal? This is very important. How do you distinguish between resisting change and embracing the winds of renewal in your situation, in your life? A lot of questions to ponder. How do you personally embrace the truth that life is always changing and nothing is static? What practices or mindsets help you to navigate the ebb and flow of life's gentle breezes and mighty winds? Again, these questions will help us to connect our personal experiences to gentle and powerful transformation in our lives. And it encourages deeper self-awareness and insight. Together, they remind us that transformation can take many forms. Sometimes we may not even understand the form, and all are vital to our journey, to your journey, to my journey. Sometimes we need the softness of a breeze to guide us in new direction without overwhelming us. Other times, we need the force of a gale to propel us out of our comfort zones and into uncharted territory where growth awaits us. Whichever way it happens, the bottom line, it's for our good. It's bringing us to an enlarged place. I don't know if you remember some of those experiences in your life. I have some too in my life. At the moment when you're going through it, it's always not pleasant. It's uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. But as you trust the unfolding of life and you look back over your life, you'll be able to connect the dots. Oh, really? Was this why this happened? Then we'll be grateful. So what we want to learn is to trust the process of life. Spiritually, the movement of air symbolizes the flow of divine energy and the ever-present potential for change in our lives. I'm talking about the air we breathe. We want to begin to be conscious and appreciate the little things. We do not want to despise the little things. It teaches us to trust in the transformation process, even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. We want to trust it. It helps us go through it, knowing it's working out for our own good. Just as the wind shapes the landscape over time, carving valleys and smoothing stones, the transformative forces in our lives shape our character and refine our purpose. It happens over time. It happens with constantly practicing, constantly holding on, constantly aligning with the truth, constantly seeing the good, constantly coming from that place of connection, constantly seeing the glass as half full. The lesson here is to embrace both the breeze and the gale, understanding that each has its role in our evolution. It has a role. Now, we are encouraged to be like the wind, adaptable, flowing, and willing to move with life's rhythms. Adaptability is one of our superpowers. The movement of air reflects the divine energy that animates the universe, subtle yet powerful, invisible yet undeniable. When we breathe consciously, we tap into this energy, aligning ourselves with the infinite source of all life that supports and sustains us. Breathwork practices, for instance, are rooted in the understanding that the breath connects the body, the mind, and the spirit. Again, as we breathe, we want to understand the process, the connection that happens. Our breath is considered sacred. It is seen as the essence of the divine within us, a reminder that we are not separate from the greater whole. We are all connected to this power. By tuning into our breath, we can quiet the noise of the outer world and access deeper awareness of our inner self. We find clarity, we find peace, we find connection. If we concentrate on our breath, it calms us down. It is a gift that it's always available no matter where you are or who you are. These simple things that we take for granted, the air I breathe, you breathe, we do not have to struggle or compete for it. It is simply there, an ever-present support. It's there for you. Spirit is there for you. The abundance mirrors the nature of the universe, the nature of God, the nature of spirit, which constantly provides for us in tangible and intangible ways. So the next time you're conscious of the air you breathe, that's always available. That is also God's Spirit telling you, I'm available. anytime. I'm in and around you. I am available all the time. You don't see me, but I am there. I'm there in your thoughts, in your dreams, in your actions. I am there. That is what the air we breathe is reminding us. I am there. I'm not far. It's only in your mind you think I'm far. I'm there all the time. So every breath is an opportunity to pause. When we pause, we take a moment and reflect, ponder, and reconnect with the infinite energy that flows through all creation. It's a simple practice. Remember, whatever you believe, if you believe it's possible, if you believe that the air you breathe is the presence of life, of spirit, and as you breathe it in, you're breathing life, that would happen to you. The air you breathe is powerful. It is far more than a simple act of sustaining life. It is a profound symbol of renewal, of presence, and connection. Each inhale and exhale offers a fresh start. It carries the essence of resilience and strength. And what it does, always affirming that as long as we breathe, we have the capacity to move forward and overcome. As long as you have life, the life of spirit, the life of God, it's an assurance that you would move forward and you would overcome. Breath is also an effortless act of surrender, teaching us to trust in all the natural rhythms of life and the infinite support of the universe. In its simplicity, each breath symbolizes divine grace, an unearned gift that flows abundantly and unconditionally, sustaining without effort. So as we consciously tune into this vital act, we unlock a deeper sense of peace, of healing, and infinite possibilities, allowing us to embrace life with freedom, ease, and gratitude. So take a moment right now and pause and breathe. Breathe, breathe, and breathe in life. Breathe in wholeness. Take in everything you desire. And feel the life force moving within you. Isn't it amazing how each breath effortlessly sustains us? Like the air we breathe, the divine presence is subtle yet immensely powerful. Powerful, powerful. It always surrounds us, moving silently and invisibly through every moment of our lives, often in ways we do not immediately recognize. Again, just as the air nourishes our bodies by sustaining every cell, the divine presence nourishes our souls by providing strength, guidance, inspiration, even in the quietest or most challenging times. It reminds us that what truly sustains us is not always visible or tangible, but it's always present. It is always present. Do not fear, it's always there. It's not arm's length away, it's there, it's within reach, offering exactly what we need. Again, as it exemplifies trust, we cannot see it, yet we know it exists. Similarly, the divine presence works in the background of our lives, orchestrating events, aligning opportunities, and providing inner peace, often in ways beyond our understanding. So, whether through moments of grace, a sudden sense of clarity, or the feeling of being supported in difficult times, the divine presence nourishes us in obvious and subtle ways. So, what we have to do is to tune in, much like noticing the sensation of air filling our lungs, to experience its quiet, profound power fully. So let this awareness inspire you to breathe deeply, trust fully, and flow with grace. Okay, let's end with the story of the candle maker. A humble candle maker in a small village spent his days crafting beautiful candles of all shapes and sizes. Each candle was unique, carefully molded, and infused with fragrances meant to bring light and comfort to others, to people. One evening, as he sat by his workbench, he noticed the flicker of a flame nearby. The candle's flame danced gently, its light illuminating the room in a serene and powerful way. As he watched, he realized something profound. The flame depended entirely on the air around it. Without air, the flame would extinguish. Yet the air itself was invisible, taken for granted, yet essential for candles' light to shine. Yet the air itself was invisible, taken for granted, yet very important for the candle's light to shine. The candle maker thought, isn't life the same? We shine, we create, and move forward, but all of it is sustained by something we cannot see, something far greater than ourselves. And interesting is that we are one, we are part of it. The next day, the candle maker began to notice the air in everything he did. He felt the breeze that cooled his face, the steady breaths that fueled his energy, and the invisible support that kept him alive. He began to see air not just as a necessity, but as a symbol of divine grace, quietly sustaining every aspect of life. So what is the lesson from this? Like the candle's flame, our light is nurtured and supported by an unseen presence. The air we breathe, the spirit within, that power within. It's everywhere, in and around. It reminds us that we are never, never alone, that spirit is always there, quietly empowering us to shine. And all we do is to, in these classes, is to align with this flow. So we shine brighter. So we get to that zone of exceedingly, abundantly, and above. It whispers to us in the quiet moments, urging us to trust, to rise, and to believe in our light. Teaching us that our value is not measured by external accolades, but by the authenticity of our presence and the love we bring into the world. In every challenge, in every triumph, and even in the stillness, this ever-present support affirms that we are enough, you are enough, that you are worthy, and that we carry within us the power to shine brightly no matter the circumstance. That's why I would always affirm, I am worthy. I will shine. I'm shining. So we want to get into some practices this week. We want to do mindful breathing. Spend 3 minutes or 5 minutes each day focusing on your breath, letting it bring you into the present moment. We want to be grateful for the air we breathe. Each time you step outside, consciously acknowledge and appreciate the air around you. That is spirit telling you, I am here. I am around. I am within. You're breathing me in. In this situation, you would succeed. You would come out stronger. That is an assurance from spirit daily, every minute, every second as we breathe in. We want to do some affirmation practice. Repeat this affirmation daily. With every breath, I am renewed, I am supported and connected to the infinite source of life. That assurance, this connection, this infinite source assures us that we can do all things. So just as the air we breathe is essential for life, so is the realization of our connection to the infinite source of love and power. When we trust the invisible flow of life, we can trust invisible flow of air, we can trust the infinite flow of good in our lives. The air flows, infinite good flows into our lives. Let the air you breathe remind you to pause, center yourself, and know you are always supplied and supported. Not sometimes, not in some situations. You are always supplied and supported. Take a deep breath now. Inhale peace, letting it fill every part of your being. Inhale strength, allowing it to empower you from within. Inhale love, feeling its warmth flow through your heart. Inhale clarity, letting it bring focus and vision to your mind. Inhale courage, filling yourself with the boldness to face life's challenges. I can do all things. Inhale joy, feeling its lightness lift your spirit. Inhale wholeness and health, allowing them to restore and renew every cell in your body. Inhale wisdom, letting divine insight and understanding flow into your thoughts. We want to welcome these sacred qualities with every breath, knowing they nurture and sustain you in every moment. So as you do your quiet time, your breathing time, as you take a deep breath, you say what you're inhaling. I'm inhaling wholeness. I'm inhaling peace. I'm inhaling good. I'm inhaling divine direction for the day. So as you exhale, release gratitude, a quiet acknowledgement of the blessings within and around you, sending that energy of appreciation back into the flow of life. Carry this with you and let the air around you remind you of the truth within you, that you are supported, you are enough, and you are part of a greater harmony. You are enough, you are supported. All is well, for within you lie the eternal truth of I am, a powerful declaration of your divine nature. The essence of I am flows through every part of your being, renewing and empowering you with infinite wisdom, boundless love, and unshakable strength. Affirm this truth every moment. I am peace. I am love. I am strong. I am abundant. I am wisdom. I am whole. I am joy. I am health. These affirmations remind you that you are fully supported and aligned with the infinite good of the universe. Breathe deeply, embrace this truth, and carry it with you as a source of renewal and empowerment on your journey. And so it is. Thank you so much for being here and for listening.